Good morning, all of you. This is Palak Chabra going to explain human circulatory system, especially the structure and working of heart. Here you can see one diagram, and in this diagram, the central portion is somewhat colored. Actually, this colored portion represent the heart, human heart, and the conical portion is at the bottom, but it makes the apex. On the other hand, the topmost portion, which is a little bit broader one, is making its base. It consists of two atrium. On the other hand, the apex portion consists of two ventricles. The human heart is situated in the thoracic cavity plus between the two lungs. Yes, you heard the right that it is at central position, but we feel our heart at the left hand side. The reason being its tiltedness. The heart is a muscular structure which keeps on pumping, and due to the contraction and relaxation of the heart muscles, and lastly the tilted portion of the heart situated in the left hand side, because of which we feel the beats at the left hand side. Here this heart is very important, plus the main organ of circulatory system. Circulatory, that means it is supposed to circulate something. What does it circulate? It circulates the blood, and blood is its vehicle. It's like vector for the heart, vector to carry the nutrition, nourishment, and to bring the waste back. Similarly, it also carries oxygen and bring the carbon dioxide back. Here, if we study about the structure of heart, we can see that the heart consists of four chambers. The upper two chambers are called atrium. On the other hand, the lower two chambers are called ventricle, as told earlier. These chambers are totally partitioned to ensure that oxygenated blood will not mix with the deoxygenated blood. And here we can see some red color and blue color vessels. Actually, heart is not the one who is working alone. It needs the help of blood vessel to carry the bloods to different body parts and to carry back the deoxygenated blood for purification. The blue color represents the vein, which generally carries the deoxygenated blood. On the other hand, the red color represents the arteries, which carries the oxygenated blood. Both arteries and veins are connected by the network of capillaries. Here, two blood vessels are there, that is vena cava and aorta. If we talk about vena cava is the biggest vein which carries deoxygenated blood from all the body parts and tissues. Here, superior vena cava collect the blood above the thoracic cavity, and inferior vena cava collects the blood from the region below the thoracic cavity. On the other hand, aorta is the largest artery that carries the blood to each and every part of the body through their distributaries. Here you can see the four chambers. The very first chamber that I'm going to discuss is right atrium, and this is the chamber which gets the deoxygenated blood, thus represented by a blue color vena cava. This blood is poured in the ventricle, and this ventricle is responsible for carrying this blood towards the lungs. But lungs, who will carry the blood towards the lung for purification? Yes, you will be amazed by knowing that artery, there is a specialized artery called pulmonary artery which carries the blood from heart towards the lung. Actually, arteries are the blood vessels which are specialized to carry the blood from heart towards the body or its organ, you can say. And veins are the one which is specialized to carry the blood towards the heart. Veins have valve to you can say prevent the backflow of the blood in the body, and this is the reason that specialized artery are present for carrying the blood towards the lung for purification, thus the name pulmonary artery for remembering. Yes, this pulmonary artery for very first time is carrying the deoxygenated blood, and it will take it to the lungs. Later the lung will purify the blood, and after purification of the blood, that means the blood will become oxygenated now. This oxygen rich blood will be carried back. Now when the work of carrying it to the lungs is done by the artery, and it is a pulmonary artery, so similarly pulmonary vein is there which is going to do the different work. Means vein is supposed to carry the deoxygenated blood, but this time the vein is carrying the oxygenated blood. And as you know, veins are specialized to carry blood towards the heart. So the pulmonary vein is going to bring the blood back to the heart. First, the blood is collected at the left atrium, that is the upper chamber on the left hand side. Then through the mitral valve, it will be passed to the left ventricle. The left ventricle's wall are thicker. As a result, the chamber capacities are little bit smaller than the one of the right ventricle. This is thick because it's supposed to carry the blood towards our toe, means our feet. So here they need more and more pressure with which they will push the blood towards the feet, you can say, and to the distant area body parts of body parts of a human body. So here this is left ventricle, which transfer the bloods through aorta, and it is coming here like this towards the body parts, and each and every tissue will get the blood. Here there are tricuspid valve because these three valves are there, which will prevent the backflow of the blood from ventricle to the auricle. And similarly there the pressure is almost very high, so they have only bicuspid valve, which is called mitral valve, to prevent the backflow of the blood in the left atrium. Human heart is said to perform double circulation. Double circulation means the circulation of two different type of blood. One is deoxygenated, one is oxygenated by the heart at the same time, or we can see simultaneously. The right portion of the heart circulates the deoxygenated blood. On the other hand, the left portion of the heart circulates the oxygenated blood, which is represented by blue coloration and red coloration respectively. Here, where the left atrium receives the superior vena cava, at that opening they have the specialized structure called SA node. You can say approximately here it have SA node. SA node is a specialized nodal tissue. Though our heart is made up of cardiac muscles, but approximately 1% of cardiac muscles are modified to perform nodal tissue work, and SA node is the one which generates the impulse, and this impulse is somewhat passed to the AV node. AV node passes the impulse to the other half of the heart, that is the ventricular portion, and this is responsible for the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart, which results in heartbeat. This is the very small description of human heart. I hope you will like this video. Thank you.